A severe financial bloodbath that occurred in the middle of the night has left the entertainment business as a whole in complete paralysis. We thought we had seen every level of celebrity petty drama imaginable. However, the internet has been utterly devastated by the latest incident between rap artist Rick Ross and boxing great Floyd "Money" Mayweather. For almost 2 decades, Floyd Mayweather's name was surrounded by an unbreakable, musical invincibility. This impregnable empire consists of unreleased Bugattis, 100 million cashier, music, checks, and several underwater vaults full of liquid money. But in a vicious, surgical 12-minute live video that just broke social media records, Rick Ross questioned more than just Floyd's fortune. He supplied confirmed, stamped, music, financial receipts at the government level that systematically undermined Floyd's entire life story. We are talking about leaked private conversations, bank audits, leveraged deed foreclosures, and hidden tax, music, leaning that show Mayweather's flashy wealth may be a massive, desperate, multi-million-dollar optical illusion. Floyd is reportedly in a total state of blind panic and calling emergency legal teams while his private business fails in real time. Music remains still as Ross's 8th-minute revelation drastically changes how you view Money Mayweather. To truly understand the devastating extent of this calamity, you must travel back in time and understand the rich, music, toxic history between these two great titans. This is more than just a spontaneous disagreement over social media posts. This is the stunning outcome of a 15-year Cold War that has been smoldering in Miami and Las Vegas shadows. For instance, Floyd "Money" Mayweather essentially rebuilt his entire life on the concept of infinite, music, intangible wealth. Floyd left professional boxing with an indisputable 50-0 record, but he didn't just quit. Music, he wielded his wealth like a weapon. He frequently threw late-night flexes, displayed $18 million watches, flaunted piles of wealth on private planes, and made fun of anyone in the hip-hop industry who lacked his level of raw liquidity. All of Floyd's psychological influence over the society is based on a single, unalterable principle. No matter how successful you are, Floyd Mayweather is richer than you. On the opposite side is the biggest boss, Rick Ross. Beyond only building a rap empire, Ross and Maybach Music Group accomplished more. Music. He built a business foothold in the real world. From owning many successful Wingstop and Checkers restaurants to acquiring the legendary 300-acre Promised Land, music, estate in Georgia, Ross has consistently portrayed himself as a cunning generational business strategist. Ross is a quiet man who analyzes balance sheets while he sleeps, purchases real estate that appreciates, and builds profitable assets. For years, these two titans maintained a cold, strained truce. They met in high-stakes VIP clubs on South Beach, attended ringside at important fights, and occasionally traded subtly disguised barbs in podcast interviews. Music, but underneath the polite nods and seeming respect was a profound intellectual struggle. Ross perceived Floyd as an ignorant athlete who was misinterpreting gross sales for net profit and spending his way toward bankruptcy, while Floyd regarded Ross as a music businessman posing as a wealthy. Tension reached a dangerous boiling point when Floyd aligned closely with 50 Cent during the height of 50's infamous Scorched Earth campaign against Ross. Floyd often hosted music, Ross's strongest competitors, into his houses in Sin City, giving away corporate secrets and ammunition to anybody looking to ruin the MMG brand. Music, Ross will never forget that betrayal. He chewed his tongue and waited for the exact moment when Floyd's armor would break for the first time. Music, the fracture finally became apparent when Floyd began taking part in a series of bizarre, generally denounced exhibition fights overseas. Why is a purported millionaire going abroad to music, box retired kickboxers and YouTube stars in front of empty arenas? Fans began whispering. Despite the public narrative beginning to shift, Floyd maintained that these demonstrations were simply quick $30 million bank thefts that he carried out of pure boredom. The scene was ready. There was a great deal of hostility. Additionally, the air was heavily contaminated. The entire society was on a ticking time bomb, and one spark might start a conflict that would destroy one of these symbols forever. And it wasn't just late last night that kindled that spark. The nuclear strike that struck it was unanticipated. At exactly 2:14 a.m. The terror began in earnest. Eastern Standard Time. Music. Floyd Mayweather went live on Instagram from his private home in Las Vegas, sitting in front of a glass table that was essentially covered with heaps of $100. But Floyd wasn't just flaunting himself. He was obviously agitated, slurring his words and making obvious, unwarranted barbs at music industry bosses, particularly Rick Ross. "You two talk about boss stuff." Floyd sneered at the camera and flashed a diamond-encrusted necklace. "Despite claiming to be a landowner, you're borrowing money to keep the lights on. I have the money. I own the city. None of you rap artists could show me $50 million in liquid right now if your life depended on it. To exist, you need time and borrowed credit." After becoming viral, the video had over 400,000 live views in a matter of minutes. It was supposed to be just another classic Floyd flex, another time the renowned boxer proved his dominance over the entertainment business. But Floyd made a fatal error. "Tell the fake boss to show his bank account or sit down," he said, tagging Rick Ross in the post. On the internet, everyone held their breath. For around 3 hours, Ross' camp remained quiet. Supporters thought Ross would ignore it, act morally, and let Floyd's late-night outbursts to fade into the background. Then, 5 in the morning. The bomb fell hard. More than a simple response was posted by Rick Ross. Music. He went live in his private study in the Promised Land, sitting behind an oak desk lighted by a single lamp. He wasn't yelling. He wasn't angry. He was wearing a silk robe, holding a large black leather-bound binder titled Mayweather Audit, and sipping tea. With a cold, frigid composure in his voice, Ross said, "Floyd, music. When you uttered my name, you were sitting behind a pile of money you had rented for a picture session. You asked for proof. I brought government-provided proof." There followed 12 minutes of pure, unadulterated execution. Ross didn't say anything disparaging. He opened the binder and began showing the music, camera-certified court documents, forensic accounting reports, and official county recorder records. The true tale of Floyd's opulent Las Vegas homes was originally disclosed by Ross. According to public title search documents that Ross provided, 3 of Floyd's primary residential properties are extremely highly leveraged under complex, high-interest mezzanine loans with private equity companies. "You don't own these homes," Floyd Ross Music stated, displaying a red-stamped deed statement. "You are paying an 11% interest rate to a private lender in order to keep your name on the front gate. One unpaid exhibition payment might result in a notice of default." The live conversation descended into total chaos. Millions of comments flooded the screen as Ross went to the next page, revealing a leaked internal audit from a recent international exhibition fight promotion. The article claims that Floyd's purse for his most recent display, which was supposedly valued at $25 million, was actually worth less than $2. $1 million after deducting venue costs, production commitments, and international tax withholdings. Ross smiled menacingly as he leaned closer to the microphone. "Your plane is presently stuck in a hangar in Atlanta because of an outstanding $400,000 engine overhaul debt, so you're traveling the world on commercial charters. You're broke, Floyd. Music. People in poverty are not broke. Billions of cash are owed to you. You are functioning on a hamster wheel of imaginary riches when you take out loans to pay the interest on past obligations." Music. To make matters worse, Ross then showed other stolen messages that were allegedly sent by Floyd's primary financial manager to a well-known Hollywood talent agency. The messages, which were sent just 3 weeks ago, made it evident that Floyd's team was begging for immediate celebrity brand sponsorships. Floyd needs $5 million liquid before the end of the quarter to satisfy an IRS installment agreement, Music, or they are placing a levy on his commercial real estate portfolio, they said. The internet collapsed. The idea that Floyd Mayweather was an unbreakable financial genius vanished in a couple of seconds. Screenshots of the receipts, attention to the signatures, and verification of the public record filing numbers were being taken in real time. Floyd's team slipped into a catastrophic spiral right away. Those close to the boxer claim that after seeing his private tax documents and loan agreements broadcast to millions of people, Floyd physically threw his phone against the wall, shattering a floor-to-ceiling glass panel while watching the live footage from his kitchen. Panic erupted throughout Floyd's close circle. Emergency calls came in for his legal team. Instagram was ordered to take down the feed because of privacy and copyright concerns. Security personnel were also seen rushing into and out of Floyd's Las Vegas compound. While the world was trying to understand the extent of this total humiliation, another terrible element emerged. A well-known industry lawyer leaped onto X, formerly Twitter, and pointed out a little frightening detail in the lower right corner of the stolen IRS documents Ross revealed. This data showed that Ross did not just obtain these documents by searching public records. An internal encrypted watermark exclusive to Floyd Mayweather's closest and most trustworthy personal accountant was included in the documents. The revelation that Rick Ross had an active mole within Floyd Mayweather's inner circle stunned the sports and entertainment industries. This was no longer only a surface-level public dispute. In front of Floyd, a well-thought-out corporate espionage operation took place. Within 2 hours of Ross' stream collapsing, #MayweatherBroke and #The Mayweather Audit were trending at #1 and #2 globally on every social media site. These days, digital forensics actively looks at online crimes. Financial producers on YouTube, well-known tax attorneys, and investigative journalists began extracting the same public papers Ross stated in order to confirm that the county recorder numbers and loan document IDs shown on live were 100% real and legally registered. The mainstream media swiftly picked up the story. During their morning broadcasts, prominent sports channels analyzed the aftermath, comparing Floyd's public claims with the horrible truth revealed in Ross' Blackbinder. Then, at 9:30 a.m. As the drama took a devastating personal turn, the argument reached a breaking point. A well-known Las Vegas real estate tycoon's verified Twitter account recounted how Floyd had allegedly been secretly trying to sell off his collection of expensive automobiles to private overseas buyers in a furious 14-tweet thread. The tweet included private consignment contracts signed by Mayweather Promotions and high-resolution photos of Floyd's iconic Bugattis and unique Rolls-Royces sitting inside an unmarked warehouse. On the internet, total, unrestrained mockery erupted. Memes of Floyd mowing his own lawn, standing in line at cheap check cashing establishments, and begging for change outside expensive stores flooded every timeline. Even famous people couldn't keep their feelings under check. Well-known rappers posted enigmatic emoticons. Sports icons left shocked comments underneath news posts. Numerous prominent internet personalities began analyzing the psychological collapse of the Money Mayweather brand. 50 Cent, Floyd's toughest rival and former closest friend, posted a scathing video on Instagram in which he laughed wildly into the camera while holding up a copy of a fake bankruptcy guidebook. "I told y'all," the caption said. "As I mentioned, the math didn't add up." Once again, Ross exposed the magician in Mayweather's team. Psychological warfare was waged on a large scale. As Floyd desperately tried to figure out who in his inner group had tricked him, his anxiety reached a pinnacle. Employees at the site released accusations that Floyd ordered a complete lockdown of his offices. Personal assistants were forced to grant their phones special access. After being promptly fired and removed from the property on suspicion of leaking the information to Ross, 2 longtime employees of Floyd's management team were seen crying in the driveway. Computer servers and security personnel were also destroyed. Floyd was trapped in a nightmare. If Ross didn't speak, the world would accept his receipts as the final truth, destroying his reputation as the richest athlete in history. But if he responded, he may put himself under even greater financial scrutiny, which might result in formal questions from state and federal tax officials. Feeling confined, desperate, and angry, Floyd made a terrible decision. 11 a.m. Instead of releasing an official statement through his publicist, Floyd made an impromptu emergency radio interview. His voice was shaking with anger. Rick Ross is a liar. Floyd shouted at the microphone, his tone completely lacking of the usual haughty confidence. He is making use of medical records. He is using documents that his lawyers fabricated. I have more money in my safe right now than Music will ever see from his whole lineage. I will personally provide $10 million in cash if someone can demonstrate that I owe the government even a single penny. Music, it was intended to be a powerful defensive tactic to regain narrative control. But Floyd's desperate $10 million dare immediately backfired in the worst way possible. Less than 20 minutes after Floyd made that live $10 million pledge, a major federal tax agency's official social media account updated its public lien registry, formally listing a brand new active corporate tax execution order against Mayweather Promotions for unpaid back taxes totaling more than $8 per million. The timing was so precise and awful that it felt like a premeditated movie twist. Just pledged $10 million to prove he owed nothing, the official government register validated his massive debt live on television. The radio host sat in stunned, uncomfortable silence. Everyone was left listening to dead air when Floyd reportedly hung up the phone in the middle of the broadcast. When it appeared that the humiliation could not get much worse, Rick Ross posted a single, short video on his Instagram story. He was sitting on his balcony, sipping a fresh cup of coffee and looking directly into the camera with a terrifyingly calm expression. "Floyd, you just offered $10 million in cash to anyone who can prove your debts," Ross remarked, grinning slightly. "In less than 2 hours, my team will publish part 2 of the audit, so I suggest you hang on to that money. This time, Music will show you the real world in where your boxing purses ended up." The media landscape of the entire planet burst into sheer, unmitigated madness. The narrative had completely eschewed simple celebrity gossip and developed into a historical pop culture phenomenon. The debate over Rick Ross shattering expose, which divided the internet into two sharply opposed and extremely hostile camps, unleashed a wave of venomous online warfare that hasn't been witnessed in years. #Team Ross declared total victory, praising the MMG head as a tactical genius who executed the largest corporate takedown in hip-hop history. Music fans filled comment sections with praise, calling Ross the ultimate truth teller and creating viral video analyses that explored Ross's use of hard, cold documentation to dispel a 2-decade illusion. Financial content creators began using the situation as a case study on the dangers of performative wealth, pointing out that Ross's real estate holdings and business franchises far outmatched Floyd's strategy of fancy automobiles and liquid cash. On the other hand, fervent fans of #Team Mayweather launched a fierce, aggressive counteroffensive through Music. They said that Ross was using unethical and illegal methods by reportedly using stolen financial information to target a retired sports legend. Music, Floyd's supporters said that Mayweather's almost $1 billion in career profits allowed him to manage his money any way he pleased, independent of private loans or taxes. Floyd started his business from scratch with just his 2 hands. Ross, Music, is just jealous that Floyd's name will forever be bigger than Maybach Music, a widely circulated tweet stated. As the debate quickly extended to the sports and entertainment industries, major participants felt forced to pick a Music side. Prominent boxing promoters issued tense, unbiased statements in an effort to distance their upcoming events from the volatile circumstances surrounding Floyd's promotional group. Several well-known companies that were in the midst of negotiating endorsement deals with Mayweather allegedly stopped all contract negotiations due to the unanticipated PR risk and mounting legal uncertainties surrounding Floyd's financial condition. Music reserved emergency multi-hour streams to talk about the ramifications, while podcast studios in Atlanta, New York, and Los Angeles rushed to go live. Sports analysts publicly questioned if Floyd's exhibition fight career was truly over, since no foreign promoter would pay millions for a Mayweather appearance now that the public believed his financial boasts were entirely false. Mainstream media outlets set up camp near Floyd's Las Vegas property and Ross Promised Land estate in Georgia in an attempt to catch a glimpse of security guards or unapproved officials going between both places. The atmosphere was one of stress, anxiety, music, and total unpredictability. Meanwhile, social media statistics continued to break past records. Music. One tweet containing quotes from Ross's live broadcast had over 45 million impressions in less than 12 hours. Music, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok comment sections have become genuine battlegrounds where millions of people are vehemently arguing about who is the true cultural leader. Every minute that passed without a proper, legally planned response from Floyd's team only served to fan the flames. There was complete silence in Sin City. There was a lot of speculation that Mayweather Promotions was preparing to ask for emergency court orders to Music, prevent the release of any further albums. The public was at an all-time high, demanding explanations